tariffs are really bad for North Dakota. There was a study out today showing the 10 top states who will be affected by these tariffs. North Dakota is number 10. And what that tells you is we're a large equipment manufacturer. Plus, there's a lot of pipe that goes into the ground in North Dakota in the oil and gas industry, a lot of pipe that's not manufactured in this country, that they won't have a choice. They're going to have to pay the tariff if they're going to build the pipeline. And so I think this is absolutely the wrong direction. We should be promoting trade, not disrupting it.
Yep.
I think that there's an incredible opportunity here for us to have a meaningful discussion about what's happening with NAFTA that we're greatly concerned about in North Dakota. But as you know, Joe, I'm pretty pro-free trade.
Yep.
I believe it should be fair. I don't think people should cheat. We should look at how we're going to do better enforcement. But this is folly. Absolutely folly for the economy.
So the colleagues of yours in the Senate that are pro-tariffs are mostly, there aren't many Republicans. Some you've seen, I think Sherrod Brown in Ohio and others have welcomed this. So all politics are local. This has more to do with North Dakota than just an ideological fair trade.
Actually, it doesn't. I start out every speech to the close-up kids holding up my hand and saying, remember the number 5. And they look at me and I say, that's the percentage of population. That's the United States of America. If we're not trading, we're going to fail. And that's going to be less when they're my age. And so we need, it's like globalist is a bad word. To me, recognizing that we're in a global economy is no different than recognizing that the sun comes up in the east. We all need to get on the same page and realize that we have to compete, but we have to compete in a way that recognizes that we have consumers that we want to access outside this country.
Senator Larry Bossidy, I just want to, first of all, congratulate you for your work on banking deregulation. I think it's in the best interest of the country, and it's a great effort. And specifically, we all know that products being dumped into this country, and as a consequence, we're at a disadvantage in some industries, including steel. What do you think would be a better time to take this on? I heard you say that this is the improper time, but what do you think would be the best time to either attack this issue or accept it as a permanent position?
One of the things that I think we desperately need is to enhance and improve the WTO appeal process. That's one of the reasons why I've struggled with some of these trade agreements. I think the process is cumbersome, plus it's not transparent, which to us is really not American when you can't see what's actually happening. But I will tell you this, that simply putting tariffs on where we're going to see retaliation, we're going to see reaction, and a lot of these tariffs, everybody can talk about China. China is what, 2% of the imports? Canada actually is the only country that's in double digits. Are we going to include Canada? I don't think we know yet what that's going to be. And so, I think that there needed to be a lot more dialogue and less knee-jerk on this. And I know I heard Wilbur Ross say this wasn't some kind of rogue decision, but it sure seemed that way last week.
Yeah, Senator Leader McConnell has also, of course, voiced some opposition to these tariffs. Is there anything in terms of a potential formal or structured response by members of the Senate? I mean, you said you would have liked more dialogue. What form might that take?
Well, I think we're going to have to take a look at how this affects economic stability going forward. Lots of numbers coming out today. You guys are applauding, but this is the long game, and trade is the long game. And to simply start this kind of initiative without a discussion on Capitol Hill and with our allies, I think is just wrong-headed.
Yep.
And so, tell me what is going to be served by this other than angering our allies. I don't think that it's going to mean that you're going to increase automobile manufacturing in this country. In fact, if you're looking at pivoting where you're going to manufacture things that use steel, why would you do it in this country when you're going to have a 25% increase in cost of goods sold? I mean, it's going to have a ripple effect that I think people don't understand in the White House, except for Gary Cohn.
All right. Larry, you asked about bank reform, right? You want to weigh in any more on Dodd-Frank today, Senator?
I sure do. We're very proud of this bill. It's been 5 years in the making since I've been there. I think Dodd-Frank was supposed to stop too big to fail. What happened is too small to succeed became the mantra in my state. We're going to reduce without jeopardizing the economy, without jeopardizing the security and soundness of the financial, web that we have in this country. We're going to get relief to Main Street bankers so they can get back into the business of relationship banking, and that's the kind of banking banking I grew up with.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.